What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Prep Series. We are now 8 weeks away from the road to nationals, but we're 7 weeks away from our first natty show this year, which I'm pretty excited about. But today we're on our way back to Iron University to train with Coach Andrew, which you might have seen on the channel before, where he took us through one of my chest and tricep workouts. But today we're going to show you guys what it takes to build what we call a demon back. We're going to teach you a little bit on how to fly and how to build some wings. So do me a favor. Put down the goddamn onion rings, because it's time to get to fucking work. Let's go. All right, so first things first, a couple things I want to say before we get into today's workout. First of all, Andrew, welcome back.
I'm back, baby.
So, first thing, number one, intensity is king today.
Yes, it is.
I am ready to rip some shit off the ground. Number two, we make sure that the viewers get some sort of valuable tips from today's workout. Number three, we make sure we stop being a skinny bitch. That goes for you too.
Skinny bitch.
And number four, this one's more of a personal question. If you can compare my back to an animal, what would it be?
Well, your lats are huge, bro, so I'd have to say like a cobra.
Cobra. All right.
You got this naturally wide lat like spread that it's just like it reminds me of like, you know, when a cobra kind of postures up and is like.
It's one of my ending poses in my back routine. So the only reason why I say that is because while I was in Fiji and we were swimming with the manta rays, I think my new spirit animal is a manta ray.
Well, they are wide, you're right, they are wide.
Bro, as they come down underneath me, I'm like, just look at these things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I feel like now I'm the manta ray guy.
The human manta ray.
The human manta ray.
All right.
Just read it.
So we're gonna start with the TBar Row. GC has expressed to me that one of the things because if you guys have seen his back, his lats are kind of like genetically good, but he also works on them, so he's got a good lat spread. It's not one of his main focuses. One of his main focuses, he said he wanted to do this prep was more focus on his upper back. First exercise we're gonna start with today is gonna be the TBar Row, which I think is one of the best exercises to target your upper back, because not only are you supported on your chest, but with the fixed implement, it actually helps keep everything more stable and to target up those upper back muscles a little bit better. So that's what we're gonna start with today. Let's do it. A couple things that I'm looking at here is, number one is the path of the bar and the path of his forearms here and his arms. So what we don't want is, as he's getting up to the top, is for his hand to be inside of his elbow, right, where we're creating too much elbow flexion, because he's gonna feel this a little bit more towards the biceps. Another big thing is that his chest and his sternum is placed onto this bench, onto that chest support pad, right? And he's not pulling his chest off the pad, but we're more of thinking of pulling our chest into the pad as we pull the shoulder blades together, right? So again, since this is an upper back movement, I don't really want him to fully protract at the bottom. That's where the lats get more leverage. We want to keep the tension and the resistance more onto the upper back muscles here.
Feels good.
Another thing I highly recommend is whenever you're doing back, or really any pulling exercises, is to use some type of grip, some type of straps.
Where
Like
are my
Versa
straps
grips, it honestly helps a shit ton to take the
forearm.
Basically forearm and grip strength out of the equation and really focus and put more of the
tension
on the
lats.
Exactly, not even on the lats, just on your back,
on your back,
whatever part of your back you're really trying to target.
You're gonna fatigue here a lot quicker than you would fatigue in your lats. And if you want big ass lats, then that's what we want to focus on.
Come on. There we go, one more, let's go. Pull. Good, attaboy. Great job.
That is the best cue, is to drive your chest through the pad. Andrew actually got me this workout journal because he knows I never write down my workouts. I keep them in here, but that's just guessing. So if you really want to focus, make sure you're writing down your workouts, whether it's here or on your phone, preferably here, that way you can stay away from your phone. And then strap up, both gifts from Coach Andrew.
And the straps too, the hypertrophy cuff straps.
That is also true. Shout out to Andrew. I love you.
These are our top set here. All right, so you're going all the way to a failure, so you can't lift it anymore. Making sure we're always keeping our form. Control, squeeze. Squeeze. You got more, come on. All the way up. There, let's go, couple more. Come on, up. Good. Give me two more. Come on, come on, come on. Good. Gotta make them work. Come on. Gotta make them work. Gotta make them work. Pull. Pull your chest through. Pull your chest through. Pull your chest through. Good. Another one. Another one. Come on. Pull. 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 There you go. Good.
Oh, that last one was all you, buddy.
Now the second exercise we're gonna do is a upper back pull down, all right? And I know a lot of times, like even this machine, the machine, if you read it, it says lat pull down. And a couple things that I love about this machine is number one, obviously this anchor point that it has here on the hips. So as we go up and we're going super heavy, it's not gonna bring our butt up off the seat. We can really focus on, again, targeting the back muscles that we're trying to target, but also the way these handles move, all right? Since these are free motion handles, when you go up, right, it's gonna allow your forearms and elbows to move in the natural way that they move towards his body, your physique, which I think is a lot better than having a fixed implement that just has your wrists and elbows in a position that the bar or the implement is trying to have you go into. So that's two things that I love about the machine. Now the third one, which I think is probably the coolest thing, a lot of people don't know this, is the cam. And you can adjust the cam. You're gonna see that, or I have it adjusted at where it's gonna be the heaviest at the top position, and as he pulls down, the weight's gonna drop off. Okay, and it's more matching your strength profile, which is gonna be where you're stronger up here and you're weaker at the bottom. Cool thing about this one is you can move the cam and adjust it where it can be lighter here, heavier here, it can be heavier towards the middle, or like what we're gonna do is gonna be heavier at the top and lighter at the bottom. This pad is really tight onto your hips, so you're not moving up and down as you're going super heavy and you're fatigued. And as we pull down, you'll see how naturally these arms kind of separate, right? Which is kind of why I like to do it for more back. But anytime we get our elbows wider, it's gonna be more upper back, right? If you really wanna target the lats, you're gonna wanna go tighter to the rib cage, all right? Because that's basically where our lats fully shorten, all right? And then we're just gonna pull apart. All right, so we're thinking about pulling our elbows and our hands away from each other and getting a lot of retraction at the shoulder blades. And then as we get to the top, we're straining out our elbows, but we're not fully protracting the shoulder blades.
That is Biomechanics 101 with Coach Andrew.
Come on, come on, come on, keep going. Yep, yep. Good, attaboy, take a break.
It's a good cue. It's a good cue that you said when we were doing the T-bar rows. Is think about pinching a pencil
in the middle of your back.
In the middle of your back.
You got it. Stick with it. Stick with it. Stick with it. Good. Come on, couple more. One. Pull. Pull away. Pull away. Keep going. Good. Control on the way up. Give me another one. Come on. Pull away. Pull away. Chest up. 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 Good. Take a break. Attaboy. Good job. All right, so for the lat pull downs, okay, you're gonna see it's kind of like very similar path, right? It's coming from above his head, but a couple things we're gonna focus on here. Number one, all right, is we're gonna make sure that the line of force, which is coming from this handle, right, is gonna be straight down close to his rib cage, all right? So we're gonna get our chest up, the spine is nice and straight, right? But we're gonna allow the shoulder blade to come up at the top, and then we're thinking about driving elbow down into our hip, okay? And like I said earlier, whenever you wanna target upper back, your elbow's gonna be wider. Whenever you really wanna get into that lat, you're gonna want your elbow to be nice and narrow, close to the rib cage, okay? So as he gets up to the top here, he's gonna shrug, allow his elevate, and then pull straight down, right? Your shoulder blade is not gonna move without the arm, but you really wanna focus on pulling your shoulder blade down, right? That's what the lats do, okay? They help to press the shoulder blades, and then through the humerus, help extend the arm back. So it's really what we're trying to get in both, in this motion right here, is basically both of those things acting together in unison. Notice his other arm here, right? He's out holding himself back as his anchor, so that way when he fully protracts that or elevates that shoulder blade, he's not moving his torso forward, right? He's allowing himself to stay nice and put and getting everything and all this motion in through the shoulder blade here.
I love what you said. It makes a great point. A lot of people think that to get wide lats, you have to go wide. But notice how you said, if you want to really focus on the lats, elbow tucked in the body, so you can really focus on that contraction on the lats, getting that more of a narrow pull compared to pulling wide.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, because remember, the lats, they connect or come from down here, right? Wrap around your rib cage and connect into your humerus here, right? So what you're gonna wanna do, right, if you're trying to contract, which is basically a muscle shortening, right, you're gonna wanna make those 2 points as close together as you can. If your elbow shoots out to the side, you're not shortening that as much as you can.
In other words, you don't have to go wide to get wide.
Exactly.
If we haven't convinced you enough yet about getting straps, like we said earlier, it's the best thing to eliminate that forearm fatigue, because that does happen right away. But when you have something like this, you don't even have to grab onto the handle. Notice how I can just use 2 fingers, even do this like Spider-Man thing. This is not what I'm saying to do, but the strap is so tight that it's not going anywhere, and I can really focus on my lat. So you can almost just grab it with the top of your fingers, have an open grip, and again, eliminate the forearm and really focus on the lat. And last thing I want to say is, on your last rep, don't just finish off the rep, whether it's 8, 10, failure, whatever it is. Finish that last
100%.
rep, make every rep count, and finish with even more control on that last rep. All right, here we go.
Another thing I want to point out here, he does a very good job. He's very, very good at this exercise. He's built up the skill of doing this perfect. But when you're getting to failure and you're getting to that, basically that last rep, what you don't want to do is collapse your chest. So notice how even when he's getting down here, he's down, he's hitting failure, he's not doing this and flexing. He's actually thinking about driving his chest up as he drives his elbow down. So you're kind of getting this effect. Chest up, elbow down. See how he keeps everything straight? He doesn't collapse.
Don't collapse just to get the rep. If you can't go any further, stop.
Take it to where you can.
Stop where you.
And if you have a spotter, obviously have them help you. Boom.
And if you don't, then just go to where you can. If this is it, then you just go right back up. Exactly. Instead of.
Exactly.
Which is what he's talking about. Visual form. Like I said, I'm a great fucking student.
It's good. Perfect. All right, so this one was going to be the pull around, all right? And what I like to do this one is I actually learned this from Benyanes, but if you guys noticed the first exercise we did, we were really focusing more on the shortened position. So you're going to really overload that bottom half of the position, right, where it's going to be the hardest. Now, what I like to do is I like to focus more on that top half, or like 70% all the way up to the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to position our body kind of facing away from the machine, all right? And because our lats, like I was saying earlier, our lats connect down or start down here and connect into our humerus, your rib cage acts as an anatomical pulley for the lat. So just like a wire wraps around, the cable machine wraps around that little circular pulley, your rib cage is the anatomical pulley of your lats. So if you can get great elevation here, right? Well, now when we're training the fully lengthened position, we're gonna lengthen our lat all the way across our body. So kind of like where your bicep goes across your nose, okay? So in position, you're basically facing this way, all right? Now I got this arm here, okay, to resist any rotation happening at my torso, and I got this leg here also helping that. I'm resisting with this hand, but I'm allowing my shoulder to elevate and my lat to stretch all the way across my body here. And when I pull down, because we're only focusing on that fully lengthened position and basically only 70% of the way down, we're initiating with our shoulder blade pulling down, and then the elbow is going to follow along for the ride for as low as it can go. Now, because you're going to be able to go heavier with this, and we're trying to fail at the top, not the bottom, eventually you're going to get to the part where you can only maybe go down this far, and then when you're really hitting failure, you're really just going to be able to pull down the shoulder blade, and then that's your failure point, okay? So notice he's getting that shoulder blade to wrap around, but this part of his body is not moving, staying right there. So we're not getting rotation through our torso, we're getting that shoulder blade to wrap around and pull down. And as he pulls down, one of the biggest mistakes that people make is to pull down with the torso, where your sternum ends up turning with you. You don't want that. See? That's as far as he can get down. He's gonna keep going, because we're trying to fail at this part of the motion.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
That's it, go back up, don't force it. And honestly, if you're at home, you can literally feel it yourself. You can go like this, feel your lats stretch there, and tell me if this doesn't stretch better.
My lats right now are on fire. And you can do the same thing. By grabbing the bench. And what you want to do is, notice how it's still somewhat of the same, but it's the cues that we're looking for. Pulling up, getting that lat to open up, keeping that chest up, not rounding, using the bench for support, and pulling down, 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 thinking elbow to the pocket. You just change up the bench. That way you can align yourself with the cable. But in case you wanted to try that out and you don't have access to that machine, you can do something like that. All right, let's go.
Come on, right there. Whatever you got, just press the shoulder blade down, down. That's it. Give me another one. Give me one more, one more, one more. Come on. Take a look.
Oh. This is guaranteed to grow your lats by an inch every workout.
This is one of my favorites.
This one?
Yeah, one of my favorite rear delt exercises. All right, very similar to the prime machine we were talking about, matching resistance profiles with strength profiles. But we're basically just trying to target his rear delts here, okay? And as you go up to the top, or as he goes up to the top, okay, this is where it's gonna be the hardest, like right around here, right? And then as he pulls down, keeps his chest up.
Right, this is one of the few exercises where I feel my rear delts right away. Bro, they're both on fire already. How heavy is this? Probably nothing
10
at all.
pounds, 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
10 pounds of my resistance here. Another thing I want you to notice too throughout this whole entire workout, whenever it gets hard for him, he does not go off his form. So his form, everything has stayed the same. Can he not get as much range of motion? Yes, but he's not using different muscles or using momentum or throwing his body around to get that extra range of motion. He's getting whatever he can get, keeping his form. See that? Good, take a break.
Just because we're doing this doesn't mean you have to. You may not even have access to this. You may not be able to perform this exercise because both cables are taken. So if you only have access to one cable, something that I usually do when both are taken.
Reverse fly, yeah.
A reverse fly. Okay, and it's something from above. Same concept though. The only thing is we're not back supported, but I use my hand to kind of brace myself here, and I still try and keep my form, and it still applies, right? It's still heavy towards the top end, and it gets easier to drop off.
It depends really where you position yourself, but yeah, like basically like where you're gonna create the most torque is basically at a 90 degrees from the joint, right, the axis. So this is the line of force, right? And this is the joint that we're working, and this is where everything's rotating from. So at this position, this is where the most force is, and as it flies open, you can see it from the side, not so much from there, but the wire is a lot closer, the distance from the wire to his shoulder, but as he pulls, this line of force gets closer to the shoulder, which reduces the amount of resistance. So 20 pounds or 10 pounds over here doesn't feel like 10 pounds over here, all right? And this is another way, like you said, to match the resistance profile to your strength profile if you don't have a bench or if you don't have both cables available.
Don't just train the medial delts. Don't just train the front delts. Don't forget about the rear delts.
And you can see it in the camera right now. There's the line of force. Boom. See how it gets closer to his arm, his shoulder? At the top, it's basically 90 degrees. Line of force, arm. Good. I want you to push a little harder from the beginning. Give me one more.
Oh,
one more.
fuck.
One more. Let's go. One more.
Let's go.
Push. Push. Boom.
Oh, get me off this fucking thing.
Good shit right there. Let's go. How many reps you get? 20?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna finish off the workout with a little finisher. One of my favorite back finishers.
I hate this.
I feel bad for you, man. Yeah. All right, so anyways, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do as many as we can with good reps, good form, with just regular rows. Then we're gonna get to the bottom. We're gonna do retractions, protractions, or as many as we can get. And then we're gonna do extension. All right, so we're try to extend his spine as much as we can, really to get more of the erectors. So we're gonna basically target the full back today. Squeeze, come on. You got another one, you got another one. You got another one. Good, all right, now stay at the bottom, protract. Retract. 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 Good. Squeeze. All the way down. Squeeze. Come on, come on, come on. You got more. Let's go. All the way. Come on. Come on. Another one. Another one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. One more. Come on. Whatever you got. Whatever you got. Whatever you got. That's it. Take a break.
That's all I got.
Good.
That's all I got.
Straight, more straight down. Yes, like that. Your hip bone.
It pops out. Here.
Yeah, I like the scoop. It looks
like
very
the scoop?
smooth. It looks very like.
I feel great.
How do you feel about your chest?
I feel much better. I feel that when I pose now from the front, I'm able to relax it. While my first show, it was always engaged, and I always lost it. It's not as big, right, as we'd like it for it to be, but at least it's enough that I can still open up my lats and have it not engaged, so it looks fuller.
Yeah, exactly.
We're looking for the fullness, right? Obviously, still got more work to do, but
Looks good.
I think that's what I'm like messing. How does the back look thickness-wise? I can't really see because I'm looking this way.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah?
Can you keep that, pulling your shoulder blades a little closer together? Woo! Woo! That made a difference. Hell yeah, dog.
So as we're wrapping up today's full demon back workout, I hope you guys got some value out of this. But there's a few more tips I can give you is number one, rest is extremely important for muscle growth. Number two, making sure you're getting enough calories to stimulate muscle growth. Number three, make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? Number four, don't be afraid to pull some shit. And number five,
Thanks.
intensity is gonna be king. I hope you guys got something out of today's video. Andrew, I love you as always. You will be seeing Andrew again because we're 8 weeks out and we still have a lot more work to do, both training wise and posing wise. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace, baby. Thank you, my bro.
Of course, baby. Thank you.
Love you so much. Yeah, the turbulence in my body never gets old.
Say it again.
I said the turbulence I feel never gets old.